Last time on the farm, we did ourselves a couple contract missions. We got our pallet forks stuck in the ground. They went back to Narnia, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe that? That's log forks and now pallet forks all the way to Narnia. And of course, we delivered ourselves some greenhouse materials and some logs, netting us a very decent profit. Stick around for today's, oh man, what is about to happen and things here on the farm. It is my pleasure to welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to straight up cliffhanger you right away. You want to be here for the next episode because take a quick little peek at this little shenanigans here. And the way in the bottom here, take a peek at the mouse. It's in the middle, and now it's not. What is in the forecast, ladies and gentlemen? That looks like a nader. Big old tornado in the forecast for very early in the next episode. So I'm definitely going to be, we're going to be recording a little bit in the dark next time. I hope you're not afraid of the dark, but it is my pleasure to welcome you back for episode 21 of our Start From Nothing challenge. I am getting antsy. I need more horsepower. And I was thinking, what if we got something like these are medium tractors here, 58,500, but there is one major shortcoming, ladies and gentlemen, and that is there is not a front PTO on these tractors. So we cannot run front and back equipment, which is very unfortunate because we own a front mower. That is not what we're looking for. So I was looking at this here, Dutzfar Agrostar 8.31. It has 230 horsepower, no upgrades available, but 230 horse. Plus it has the front and it has the rear 3-point with PTO shafts available on each, meaning we would be able to run our mowers just fine. We could then purchase the back mower and be able to do mowing missions fairly well. We would be able to upgrade our weeder. We would be able to support the horsepower for a big old baler. The only thing is we couldn't support a front loader, but ladies and gentlemen, look at this old John Deere here. It's got a front loader already. Isn't that beautiful stuff? So I'm starting to get that itch. We might end up with a bigger tractor. In the for sale, there is a fuel trailer, normal trailer. There is a very nice seeder for things like wheat, barley, oats, canola, yada yada, a screw conveyor, and a sugar beet topper, of which we want none of that garbage. So we're going to move straight in and look at the contracts. There is a spinach harvest, which we are not freaking touching. No way. A mowing mission. I mean, look at that. If we bought ourselves that tractor, we could lease the back mower for about probably $800 to $900, and we would profit $1,900 on a very fast mission. So that's kind of why I was looking at that. Weeding, no, there's not enough there. I'm kind of here to make plays today. We're gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, I mean, it's $89.50 though, so we need a couple more dollars. I'm too excited. I really am. Too excited. Like, we would open up the opportunity for these hoeing missions because that big hoe is a possibility. Let's look at the wood transport. It looks like it's the top to the left. If we take on this wood transport, it's $2,800. Of course, the leasing cost would bring it down to $25. So we profit $25, and we could actually let's just go do this one quick. Let's just accept this little contract here and drive on over and take care of a quick deadwood mission. Maybe it'll refresh the wood transport. I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know. I'm not no rocket engineer, scientist-y person. So let's go take care of this deadwood mission, and then maybe while we're over this way, we can stop and pick up some fuel to the south a little bit, and maybe even repair this tractor, just to make sure we don't get too far ahead of ourselves as we continue the series. All right, looks like our deadwood mission is right here. I see 4 to the left, 1 kind of forward to the right. Let's turn that tractor off. This should only take us probably a couple minutes at tops here. It was a pretty nice charge for this mission, so I'm assuming probably 10 trees to cut down, so this won't take very long at all. It feels good to get that contract out of the way right away today. I mean, it's $1,300, and it really does not take that much time to accomplish at all. Wood transport still at $2,805, so I'm not really keen on taking that one on. I'm really I think we just need to do a little bit of maintenance on our tractor here. I want to get the fuel in it. I want to get it repaired. Just because, again, I don't really want to get ahead of ourselves in terms of picking up new equipment, especially if our older equipment is not in that great of condition. We should also be looking at some of our older equipment that we've had for a while and just checking the durability on it. I want to make sure that anything we bought on a sale as a sale item is still in decent repair as well. So, I mean, we could, in theory, if we want to go get fuel, we should just head straight south on this road, but I do want to go back this way. Oh, that building is so beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. I could have swore there was a golden apple right there on that piece of that building, and there's one sitting here on the chessboard. That is crazy, but I mean, you gotta get on top of this to collect it. That's great. That's 5,000 bucks, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually enough for us to afford that bigger tractor I was looking at. Oh my gosh, we have been blessed. But now the question becomes, do I buy the tractor even though we know that there's a serious weather event coming up? Because there is that crazy tornado in the forecast. I wonder if we're going to see any damage on any of these houses whatsoever. Maybe I need to move all of my equipment into town, because I doubt that the equipment is going to take any damage whatsoever, or like any of the houses. I doubt any of these will take damage. Maybe that's the play, is we move everything right up into the middle of town. But maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, I really don't know what to expect with that weather event coming in. It really could be damaging our stuff severely. It could do nothing. I don't know what to expect. And sadly, is there much else we can do besides just wait and see how it plays out? I really don't think there's much else we can do. And so now it's like, I want to make a purchase of that very nice tractor. I want to buy that Dude's Far. I want to be able to run our mower with a bigger mower on the back. But at the same time, I don't want to purchase it and then have a tornado come through and give us a free, very expensive repair bill on that brand new tractor. So I'm kind of on the fence about all of that a little bit, truthfully. But hey, sometimes you just got to make the big decisions, got to make the hard decisions. And that's what we're going to be up to today. That mowing mission does look like it was going to be kind of right up our alley. I mean, look at the condition on that. It's not great. 1,300 bucks to repair. Repaint's $8,000. Let's just drop repairs on all of this stuff, just so it's in perfect working order. I mean, the paint on the John Deere is definitely, it's seen its better days, but we do not have the money to fix this one up. And truthfully, I don't know if we ever will have the money to fix this one up. Maybe if we're sitting on a whole bunch of extra cash and we just want to spend some money to get everything back in order. Our snow pile looks beautiful, though. I do love our snow pile. But I think we're going to be having a little fun here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to leave... Oh, come on. I'm just going to leave the front loader right here. No reason to mess with it. Turn this bad boy off. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going shopping. I'm not waiting any longer. We are now the proud owners of the AgroStar 831. We could, in theory... It doesn't look like we can put wheel weights on this. I'm not too worried about it. It's a 8.6 ton tractor, so I mean, we're looking at 16,000 pounds, 17,200 pounds. That's a big tractor, so I'm not very concerned about this thing tipping over. $89,500. This is a major expense, and just so we are 100% on the same page, we have a balance of $91,000, so we can take out a loan equivalent to half of that. So we could take out a $45,000 loan, but we need to go look at this bad boy. This is our biggest purchase on the farm by a pretty nice chunk of change. Our other tractor was only $40,000 or $46,000. Look at this beast. Compared to our John Deere, this is a different animal. Oh my gosh, we're broke again, but we now have 230 horse instead of 116. This tractor is huge compared to the little John Deere, and that's okay. We got to have tractors of varying sizes on this farm. I just want to compare the size here. We're pulling right next to the John Deere. I want to just look at this. Turn it off, pop out. Look at the difference in size. The tires aren't quite lined up, so it's not a perfectly fair comparison. But like, oh my gosh. That is a major difference. I'm all about it too. I'm all about it. Let's see what we can work with now. because we've got a lot of options. I think our main plan, there's a mowing mission, $2,700. I want to see what it would cost us to lease just this back mower, $1,700. Not quite worth it just to lease that back mower for contract work, sadly. Because I mean, we still only make $1,000. And is it really worth it driving all the way down that way just for $1,000? I don't really know. Now, if we were to do a wood chopping mission while we're down there, on the other hand, okay, they got me. They got me. We'll do that deadwood mission. We're going to, I mean, what if we just lease this? It doubles our working with. I mean, it only leased for $800. We profit more. We might as well. I want to try out this new tractor. Oh, that's the John Deere. It sounds like a beast, Steven. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. I've been waiting for a little bit more horsepower on this farm to unlock some more areas of gameplay, and this is gonna do it. We can now start looking to buy new mowers. We can now start looking to buy a baler. We can now start looking to purchase a grass field. I mean, the grass field is probably gonna be the last piece of that operation. But I mean, this thing just, oh, this feels like a freaking tractor. No way around it. It feels so good to drive. I'm very excited now to be able to pick up the back mower for 30 grand. And now, I mean, once we pick up that back mower, our mowing missions go extremely fast. Extremely fast, no way around it. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for any better mowers on the sale now, and the sale is going to be our friend because we've got 200 plus horsepower. Any tools that we can use for contract work, we're gonna be looking to pick up really quick. Like of the stuff I want to pick up, I think a hoe would actually be among that. So I got 36 grand here I'd like to spend, got 41 here. I mean, that was a giant weeder. What did that go up to for horse? 450. Yeah, holy smokes, crazy work. So let's just go take care of the mowing mission first. We're gonna drive through this guy's wooded area just a little bit. I'm just so excited about this. Last time we did this mowing mission, we only used the front mower because we did not have enough horsepower. That is a tiny tree to get in the way of this big tractor. That's crazy. We did not have enough horsepower to effectively run our equipment. And I think it's the other way around now. Now we're looking at, we've got the horsepower to do it. We just need to get the equipment. Oh, this tractor feels so clean compared to, I mean, I was really hoping to get that medium. It was like 50 grand, but it only had the back stuff. That would have worked okay if we were to try to use it for our own fields. But if we're doing contract work, it really does make a lot of sense to just attempt to get it to work. Turn it on, turn it on. I am going to give ourselves some guidelines. Go with one headland. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the mowing time lapse.
Mama taught me how to live, Daddy taught me how to give. Both of them had their own sins, down to the river.
There was something so nice about just being able to mow at a decent pace like that. It's kind of hard to describe, but it was really, really refreshing to be able to use something with this little bit more horsepower and really just work a field with a fair degree of competency. So we're going to accept the contract there, $2,700. Of course, we need to return this other mower, this back mower we were using. Man, look at all of our stuff. That's crazy. So, I mean, all in all, that's actually a fairly profitable mission. Plus, we're going to pair it with this Deadwood mission just right across the way over here. I think this is probably the best way. If you guys are trying to make money with contracts, I think you should be working in pairs, especially if one of the missions is more drive time related. I think those are definitely ones you want to pair up with other contracts because other ones are going to be more so focused on the actual work you're doing. That's why I like to pair up the wood transport with the Deadwood missions so much, because wood transport is more like the mission itself. It pays really well just because you're transporting the logs, but if you're going to drive by a Deadwood mission, which really the only thing about those missions is the drive time, you might as well just stop because you're already right there. Okay, so big one to our right, that one's going to be an outlier that we're going to take out right away. And then all these other ones, they all look fairly well grouped up. So then there's really only one other thing we need to talk about with this new tractor because it has a higher horsepower, it's going to be using more fuel. So what we're going to be doing is we're only going to be using that tractor when it makes sense, because we don't really get a major speed increase. They're about the same speed. So we're only going to be using that tractor when the horsepower is a necessity to be able to complete the contract effectively. It's kind of counterintuitive to have bought it, but we need it anyways for future stuff. And now when a mower or anything else comes on the sale, we have access to just like purchase it and use it right away. So it was kind of like a little bit of an itch that we had to scratch a little bit. Plus, I do like to flirt with disaster a little bit. I think it's gonna be really fun to see what that tornado does. Maybe there won't even be a tornado. Maybe it's just going to be a minor weather event, a little bit of wind, maybe some hail or something. That'd be kind of fun. But I think all in all, it's more fun to make the move and maybe get burned for it a little bit, because I mean, if you get burned on making a move, at least you made a move. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see what that weather event does. I really hope it doesn't just cripple us in terms of launch all of our stuff halfway across the map, because it will damage our stuff, and then we're going to have, I would probably hazard, if it comes through and throws our stuff all over the place, we're probably going to have about $20,000 worth of repairs that we would need to address. Where is the last deadwood tree? Way over there, you crazy guy. So I'm really excited to see it. I've been waiting for it. I've been talking about it with the boys, and I want to know. I was talking about the weather tab here for a while, and I was just like, man, I haven't seen a tornado. I wonder what's going to look like. And then of course, load up the world, and it's actually in the forecast. It probably has been for a couple episodes. I have had no idea. Haven't been looking. So it'll be really interesting to see how that all plays out. Hoeing missions I would love to get into, but the cheapest hoe is 40 grand, so that means we're going to pay about $1,800 just to be able to like lease one of those bigger hoes. And at that point, we might as well just borrow their equipment, because it's only $900 to borrow the tractor. And then we don't burn our own fuel, which is kind of a nice little thing there. Spraying, nah. Sowing, honestly, if we would get a machine capable of laying down some seed, that'd be very nice. Weeding. A bigger weeder is of course in my want category, but again, that's 40 grand. We could take the John Deere out, take out a couple of those smaller weeding missions. That's 2 grand sitting there waiting for us. Otherwise, we could do that wood transport mission. I could get that one done pretty effectively. I think I could make that money in about the time it takes me to do one of the weeding missions. So maybe what we'll do is we're going to do a massive time lapse, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen something weird with this trailer. Sorry, we're just going to take a peek. It looked like there was something underneath it. No, so it must have been a visual glitch, because I seen it from the bottom side, like right here. But that's okay. It's we found it. We get to pick it up, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to pick up any more this episode unless, of course, we just happen to stumble right across the front of it. But hey, what do? You know, if there's a golden apple, you're just gonna, and you're farming, you're gonna pick that bad boy up 10 out of 10 times. That's just how it works. I wonder if we're gonna have snow on the ground still when this tornado rips through, because it's supposed to hit super early in the morning. So maybe, just maybe, just maybe, this big bad boy is gonna throw some snow around. It's snowing in April, ladies and gentlemen. Snowing in April. That'd be kind of funny. But I think, yeah, we're just gonna put this thing down. Let's grab the John Deere. We'll do a couple weeding missions, and we're also going to do that wood transport mission. We'll get that one out of the way as well. Let's leave this big expensive tractor here. We do not need to lug this thing around and burn, you know, basically it's probably like 2.5 times the fuel that our little John Deere burns. So we might as well just let this little guy hang out. Also, it needs upgrading, the fertilizer spreader. I love our bale wrapper. This is actually really, I'm happy we got that thing on sale, but we still need to get some bales for it, sadly. But let's just throw our little weight on the front. Let's grab our little weeder. There we go. Let's worm through here. Yeah. All right, let's accept 2 weeding missions. This one's way over on field 74 and 85. So we're going west for both of them, and then one is to the south, a significant portion. This is going to take me approximately 15 minutes to get these missions done, but it will be well worth the money. Always is with this weeder. This thing has paid itself off time and time again by now, I believe. So let's just go make us a little bit of money, and then we can talk a little bit during the wood transport stuff, I think. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. $1,480 for the first one and $655 for the little field. That is another $2,000, which is a very, very helpful $2,000 considering I just spent all of our money on a big tractor. Man, am I crazy or what? You know what they like to say about me. I don't want to hear the rumors. It's crazy work. It's very, very crazy work. Harvest a deadwood mission up there. Harvest a couple of hoeing, plowing, sowing, spraying, stone picking, and a wood transport mission. We are going to get into the wood transport mission in just a moment. Here comes a jump cut. Bang! Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, here to load up what looks like 11 logs. It should be fairly easy work here. So I figured it'd be a great time to take a moment and ask everybody how their days are going. I do this about every single time, and honestly, it's almost my favorite part of the episode, just because it gives me a chance to do a little bit of rambling as I do so well. Oh, that was not close to what I want. There we go. We're gonna strap up here. It's a 5 log. No, we weren't able to keep the truck supported. I really should be parking this truck closer so that I could actually get the full 5 log. That's okay though. 3 is still a very, very nice number. One of my favorite numbers behind, I've got a couple other numbers actually. For some reason I really like the number 9. Very beautiful number. I also like the number 1 million, but that's only if it references my bank account. And let me tell you, it does not reference my bank account. Not even closely. So we're going to have to work on that one. Just a little tiny bit. That's okay. Another 2 log grab. We're making short work of these logs. If you guys have issues with these missions, all I'm going to tell you is do some more of them. Because they are so darn profitable. And all you have to do is kind of get used to the controls. These missions literally make a killing of money in a very short time frame, and the leasing cost on the equipment isn't too high. So they just, especially once you get into those bigger ones where it's like, oh, you're gonna make $7,000 on transporting all these logs. A lot of the time on these is just like getting them loaded up quick and then delivering them. So I would recommend, if you guys want to make more money on your contracts, get comfortable with the wood transport missions. The deadwood missions are kind of mid, truthfully, just because the deadwood itself isn't worth that much money. But if there's a deadwood mission on the way to a wood transport mission, oh, by all means, like, dial that thing up. We're gonna get a little bit lower here. Want to make sure I get that outside log on here very well. Like, I always do deadwood missions if it's on the path to another one, or if I just need a quick burst of cash. Back it up a little bit more, please. Perfect. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. It's literally, like, loading time is so short, but the profit is so good. And our camera will switch to the front here. It's just kind of sticking with our person. There we go. Yeah, these missions are so darn profitable once you get fairly used to the controls. And then once you really get used to the controls, the sky's the limit. Because you can just go fast. We're just going to create a new field access road right here. It's one of my favorite roads that doesn't exist yet. Don't worry, it will. It will one day. We're going to buy that land just to put a road there. And this is our delivery spot. Look at that. See, this is why I love these missions. You really just have to throw a couple logs in a truck and you make $2,400 for doing a very short amount of work. Okay, you got me convinced. We're starting to run out of contracts though, which is a little concerning. We're up to $15,000. That's a very nice chunk of change. I mean, I didn't see any fertilized missions. Was there any fertilizing missions whatsoever? There's none. January, February, March. The sowing mission maybe could be worth a little chunk of change. Also, if we end up with spraying stuff, we could be fairly successful with some spraying missions. We're going to take on one more mission today. I believe it's going to be this plowing mission. I hate them, I really do, but it's hard to argue. Let's take a peek here. Is there a plow that we can get that's a little bit more representative of what we can do? Because we have a lot of horsepower. We do 25, $100, not quite. But if this thing ever comes on the sale, that would make a lot of sense for us to purchase. This is $16,000. We could lease it for $816. We already have a front weight. That might be more worth it than the contract is. $816, lease of 5 of $959. So we are going to just accept that contract. We're going to go lease this here plow for $816. Ladies and gentlemen, we're grabbing the big boy. Oh my gosh. Every time I step into this rig, I realize she's a big dog. We're gonna have to have a name for this tractor, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't name the first tractor, and that was my fault. We should have named it, gave it a very affectionate name, like Cletus. Cletus, the contract deletus, sir. So this tractor here, we need a name for. I am open to suggestions. If you guys got any very, very affectionate names, we could name the tractor something like Roosevelt Thunder. I don't know why I was thinking that name. It sounds very cool though. Otherwise, we could name it something like Money Machine. Call it the Money Maker. We've got many options. So if you guys have a name option you would like to see, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go give it a very affectionate name. Very, very affectionate. I should be starting on the other side. Let's just rotate it actually. And give me some guidelines because I am a terrible plower. We're going to give it the 2 headland. We're on the outside line. Oh baby. We're going to be plowing for a minute here, but I'm all about it. I am all about it. This is going to be a long contract, but I haven't done a plow mission in a while, and I got to prove that I still know what's up. So let's do some plowing, ladies and gentlemen. This has officially been one of the contracts of all time, and I am officially over it. I very much dislike plowing. I think it is terrible. It's no fun. And I'm happy to be over with this mission because I don't like it that much. I can level with you. $3,700 here for the contract. We do need to return the plow that we borrowed. Should be way down. The leasing. There she be, the aggro. Going on back, we're up to $18,000. That's a pretty healthy chunk of change for us. As we looked around at the episode, I'm just going to check, see if there's anything that really looks good. I don't see anything that is going to be of interest for us today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see what that tornado does to our farm, it's coming up. It's next episode. So I encourage you at least to watch the intro of the next episode so you can see what that thing's going to do to us, because it's going to be atrocious. It'll be atrocious, but it's going to be fun. Either way, I am so happy we have bought this tractor. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Take care.